Hello lovelies, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are stopping by for the first time, you are welcome. You are on to Hilaric's World, and on this channel, I dish out useful information about immigrating to Switzerland and to other European countries. So please do well to subscribe if you have not yet done so. To my returning subscribers, you are welcome back. Some months back, I made this video here on how to become a nurse in Switzerland. And some of you wanted to know if you can work in Switzerland with your foreign nursing certificate. That is, if you can migrate into this country and work here as a nurse. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you how you can migrate to Switzerland and work with the nursing certificate that you obtained from your country. I will be putting you through the steps you need to take in order to fulfill the dream of working in Switzerland as a nurse. So sit back and listen attentively and be ready to take notes if possible. As many of us know already, Switzerland has shortage of nursing personnel, being that it is a country with quite a lot of aged people. It follows that an aging population will automatically lead to a rise in healthcare demand. That explains why there is an increasing need for nurses to take care of the elderly ones. So the question is this: is it possible for a foreign trained nurse to move to Switzerland to work? The answer is yes. But before you can move into this country as a nurse, you must meet the necessary criteria I will be taking you through in this video. The first step is to determine if your nursing credentials and qualifications meet the Swiss standard. And the only way you can know this is through the assessment by the Swiss Red Cross. There is a law here that requires all holders of foreign qualifications to have them recognized before they can take up a nursing appointment in the country. Although this does not only apply to the nursing profession, there are other professions too that are regulated. But in today's video, since we are talking about the nursing profession, let us just limit ourselves there. The good thing about this regulation is that it helps to ensure that the nurses employed here have no sanctions against them and have never been banned from working in the nursing profession, either permanently or temporarily. In fact, this law helps in maintaining quality healthcare in the country, thereby protecting its citizens. So what does this process entail? The process of recognition of your certificate. For your qualification to be recognized in Switzerland as a nurse, you have to go through the process which involves the assessment of your educational qualifications and experiences so as to determine if you will require further training or additional examination before you be allowed to work as a nurse in the country. The Swiss Red Cross website or the Swiss Nursing Association (SBK) is the site where you can obtain all the information you will need about the recognition process. The first step is to go to this site, www.precheck.ch, and create a username and a password. Then you fill in the pre-check. The pre-check is free and it is a compulsory step in the recognition procedure. You log into the pre-check portal with your username and your password. Then you will be asked to submit some documents and then processing begins. After a maximum of about 4 weeks, you can log back into the pre-check portal. By now, you'll be able to view your results. From the portal, you will be informed whether your pre-check is positive or negative. If your pre-check result is positive, you can then proceed to apply for recognition. And then you can download an application form from the www.precheck website. You are then required to fill this form. At this stage, it is no longer free. You'll be expected to pay somewhere between 550 Swiss francs and 1,000 Swiss francs for your result verification, depending on your category. and you can confirm the category you belong from the site. Okay? There is also another additional 130 Swiss francs for registration with the National Register of Healthcare Professions. You have to follow the instructions and then make your payments. Please ensure to provide all the necessary information required in the form, including evidence of your professional experience, your nursing degree, and your course description in details. As part of the application for recognition process, you may also be required to submit a certificate stating that you are entitled to carry out the nursing profession. So when all these documents are put together, you are to send all of them, including the signed application form, by post to this address. Guys, it is recommended that you have all these documents accurately translated by a certified translator if they are not already in any of the Swiss official languages, which is the French language, German language, or the Italian language. Once your completed application has been submitted to the address I showed you earlier on, you will receive a decision within 4 months. This decision can either be that your qualifications have been recognized, or you need to complete compensatory measures, which involves further training. If compensatory measures are needed, the procedure will take longer to complete. If your credentials pass the test and a decision is taken in your favor, your qualifications will then be recognized. The recognition process is very important because your nursing authorization in Switzerland will depend on that approval. Secondly, is the ability to speak one of the official languages in Switzerland. Depending on the canton where you intend to work, by canton I mean state, you may be required to provide proof of language proficiency. This you can get by writing exams like the test DELF, DALF, or SEALS. You are expected to write these exams in your home country. The language requirement is necessary because Switzerland does not have one official language. It has multiple official languages. So you may be required to prove your language proficiencies in any one of these languages. Therefore, a language proficiency at a B2 level is typically required. This is usually a requirement for nursing practice because this job requires a lot of communication where you need to understand your patients and colleagues. And you need to be understood as well. Then comes the third step, which is securing a work permit and visa. Once your nursing qualifications are recognized, in order to enter Switzerland, you must apply for a visa when you have gotten your work permit approved. The specific requirements and procedures for obtaining a work permit can vary depending on your country of origin and also the canton. You can check out this video on how to get a Switzerland work permit. You may need to have a confirmed job offer from a Swiss healthcare institution, and this can be made possible through a job search in Switzerland. Now that takes us to the question of securing a job. If you are interested in learning how to get a job in Switzerland, you can click on this video here where I explain how you can get a job as a nurse in Switzerland. And this one here, if you are interested in learning more about the culture in Swiss, and I will see you over there. Love from Hilaric's World.